Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Queen Cappy, and I have a reading for you. It is going to consist of what we need to release during the first quarter moon in Scorpio. I feel like the tension's been kind of sitting there, and I've known with the Lionsgate that came in not too long ago, it was supposed to be bringing our manifestations and our blessings, but at this point, we need to figure out what we need to lose. Heads up. If you do have a water sign in your moon, it is going to affect it emotionally, which means you're going to be crying out of nowhere. You're going to be highly sensitive to things. So just to let you know that. Your intuition could be on point, heightened, but do know that if your moon is a water element, this moon is going to affect it. I do personally have a moon in Scorpio, so I'm being double whammied right now. So I'm going to find out what we need to release during this moon. Because the first quarter moon is the first stages of the moon going into making it the full moon. So now we've already made it past the new moon. Now we're on the first quarter. So the new moon is supposed to bring in new beginnings. But at this point, I want to find out what we need to release. So I'm going to get the tarot deck. I'm just going to find out which one I want to use first, though. Because this moon is kind of... I'm going with my intuition. I think I'm just going to go with the Light Seers deck. It's calling to me to that deck, so we're going to go to Light Seers deck. I will confirmate with another tarot deck if needed. Oh, let's do that again. Alright, let's get into it. Let's find out what's going on during this first quarter moon. What does the collective need to release during the first quarter moon? What is going to be released during the moon under Scorpio? What do we need to release as the collective? Ooh, we have a Tower, and we have the Seven of Cups behind it. Okay. Clarify the Tower. Why is the Tower here, universe? Why is the Tower? Clarify the Tower, please. Why is the Tower here? Oh, love. Okay. All right. Clarify the Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here, please? Clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, let's go into this. All right, so you do know the Tower is a Scorpio card, so this is what's happening. So what happened is this Tower had to come in and hit your... Most of you, it was love. You could be in separation from your individual. You could be long distance and lost contact. You could be filing for divorce. You could be ending living together and moving out and living in separate places due to this Tower moment. And I think what happened was this Tower moment came into play for you to see things for what they really are. I feel like with the love scenario of it, it kind of like you were sweeping stuff under the rug, and universe was like, yeah, this can't be going on anymore. Like, we're going to make sure you start noticing these things, and we're going to like help you out, budge you in this direction, because you just keep making excuses of what's been really going on here, especially when it comes to your relationship with someone you're romantically involved with. So as you can see here, the Tower came and hit the squirrel's house, and the squirrel's coming out going, are you serious? What the hell? But see, if you notice, like, these butterflies are like circling around the house, like they're not leaving, because they know dang well this isn't a dangerous situation. This is a situation of transformation. You needed this transformation for you to wake up. And the thing is, the squirrel is just sitting there like, oh my God, why? Sometimes these towers have to come out of nowhere for us to get the realization of what's going on. Now, this is saying the Tower hit the 16th. So the 16th was probably the beginning phases of your Tower. You probably were in separation before, but it didn't actually hit you until the 16th of August, which you would have been, if I'm not mistaken, you would have been in Libra energy at that point. So this transformation came in to seek you some balance at this point, because the 16th was under a Libra moon. And when the transformation from the lightning came in down and just hit, I feel like it hit you pretty hard. And you're thinking to yourself, does this individual even love me? Does this individual even see me as their person? Does this individual even respect my boundaries? Does this even play a role? And the thing about it is, this is what you have to come to realize with this tower. Towers come in to bring visual clarity to the situation. It's not a, oh, am I thinking card like the swords. It's not like the cups card isn't, am I being emotional? Or is it like the pentacles to where you're like being like standoffish and steady grounded and, you know, holding your boundaries? Or even like the wands, are you moving too fastly? Are you making too much of a quick judgment? The tower comes in and shows us a physical change. It physically removes somebody and makes you face what the situation is. And if the universe brings you back to this person, then usually what happens is that whatever needed to be removed from the situation got removed. That's why your individual will come back. But if this individual doesn't come back, then it's basically exposing what the individual is really about, and you basically dodged a bullet in that sense. That's what the universe is trying to tell you with this. So what you needed to release was probably a karmic bond or a toxic bond with your individual. Like things weren't going the way that you wanted them to in your relationship. And this isn't about like a family member or a friend. This is a romantic partner. So if this is not your story, then you don't need to take this information in. But according to the universe, the reason why the tower moment had to come in, it was come to expose your relationship. It was coming to expose the things that you needed to see, because you were confused. You didn't know what to do. You were consistently thinking, well, maybe if I do it this way, things will get better. Or maybe if I take this path, maybe it will be an easier shortcut for that individual. Or maybe if I give them this ladder, they can climb up. And you were basically trying to find reasons to fix the situation. But in reality, it just came, the blindfold had to come off with the Two of Swords in reverse. The blindfold had to come off. You had to see things for what they really were. And unfortunately, it wasn't the result that you wanted, because if you are being affected by this tower when it comes to your love life, then you obviously seen that it removed that individual from your life. Or you're starting to see things, you're not seeing your person in the same light like you used to. And you're wanting to either step away from this individual, you're either thinking about maybe moving out in that sense. But what this has done is it made you pull apart from each other so that you could see things for what they really were. And I know this is something you probably all didn't want to hear, and you're probably like, oh, is my individual coming back? That is yet to be determined. I haven't gotten that far in that situation, but this energy is intertwined with each other. Like, you have the tower that had to come in because of the confusion with the Seven of Cups. It affected your relationship, and now the blindfold's off. So now you're forced to see things for what they really are. I really feel like the situation is going to be a good benefit for you when it comes to your tower. I feel like the tower is going to last forever? No. Do I feel like the tower needed to come? Absolutely. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I was even affected by the tower. So the process is happening. It's a learning process. You have to go along with there. There it is, the Ace of Wands. I mean, the Ace of Swords. My bad. The Ace of Swords. So what needed to come to play is you needed to get your mind in clarity. Like, you could have been thinking, is this person cheating? Is this person lying to me? Does this person hide things from me? Whatnot, so forth, so on. And the universe had to pull you out of that situation so you could get a clear mind. So you can actually think things clearly. And I believe that you got the clarity that you needed. I think you found out things that you didn't want to find out. And that's just what goes on. Like, I think in the back of your mind, because if you look at the staircase, it's all the way down to the bottom. I think when you got deeper and deeper and deeper into thinking, you started thinking to yourself, did this person even love me? Did this person even see my worth? Did this person even respect me enough to even respect my boundaries? We're going to find out. Did this individual even respect the collective's boundaries? No, this person did not. This person did not respect your boundaries. As a matter of fact, this person had a tendency of wanting to hang out with other people or wanting to talk to other people instead of putting your needs and your priorities first. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I guarantee you more than half of you have had problems during this whole Leo season with your individual. Whether it be arguments, whether it be financial situations with your individual, whether it be just trust in general or cheating. This Leo season has brought a lot of eye-openers. In this Leo season, we've had some pretty crazy phases when it comes to the moon. Like, we've had a Lion's Gate, we've had a new moon, we had a solar eclipse, we had now this first quarter. Like, we've had a lot of, like, really, really, really intense moon phases when it came to Leo season. Honestly, I feel like with this situation that you're dealing with here, with the Four of Wands, I feel like you're taking a step back from your home and you're really starting to see things for what they really are. Let's see what's going on with this Four of Wands. Let's continue on. Yeah. Full card. I got the Nine of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're stepping out of this blockage. You're finally stepping out of this blockage and you're starting to understand what the Lion's Gate is doing for you in this first quarter moon. I feel like you're starting to release this blockage that's been holding you back. Like, you've always been the individual that's always been hiding things, always been hurt, always having to defend things on your own, always being that strong individual, and always trying to hide behind an armor, which deep down inside you've been hurt. Well, the universe now sees you for the soldier that you are, and you have stepped out of this. You've stepped out of this and you made yourself see things for what they are, and now you're no longer taking whatever has been thrown at you anymore. Due to this, the universe is going to give you the Fool card, which is a new opportunity. Something's coming in for you. Something is seriously coming in for you. You own nothing at this point. You see the zero? You own nothing. At this point, you have proved yourself to be the warrior that you are, and you've removed that armor and you have exposed, who you really are to this individual that you've been dealing with. Like, you've emotionally exposed yourself. You've even shown them your intellectual side. You've shown them your loving side. You've shown them your stable and mature side. So now the universe is like, okay, we've put collective through all of this. Collective is still in the fight, which is good. We want to stay in the fight. We don't want to give up right now. So the Fool card is now in play for you to have a new opportunity. Yeah, do you see that crystal? That's an amethyst. I'm trying to get it to... Come on, focus in. Come on. There we go. Do you see that crystal? That's an amethyst. This is a crystal used for addictions. This is used for to, cleanse yourself when it comes to stress and anxiety. This also can be helping you manifest what you really want. This can also help release what's not suiting you, like remove any negative toxic energies. I feel like with this scenario is that you need to seriously start carrying around amethyst. The universe wants you to start realizing that this amethyst is going to help you, get some clarification on what you need. I do have amethyst. I have a chunk of it. I usually try to carry with me, and it's been doing me some wonders lately, especially when it comes to my thoughts, getting overwhelmed with things. I feel like it's been helping a lot with that. So kudos to the amethyst, and usually that's a February stone, so you could be Aquarius or Pisces. I do see the full card. I do see the World card. I see that everything is turning in full favor of your favor if you keep going through the process. I know it feels like on the neck, do you see the dice? The 9th of September is going to be very significant for you. You have the 10 of completion with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like with the Tower, you've had to learn how to adapt without this individual, if this is your story. I think the universe is finally getting you to realize that you need to release what doesn't suit you, which sometimes, you know, it can hurt, but the universe wants your highest good put first. And if this means getting away from what doesn't suit you, then so be it. Like, I know this is going to be a tough situation for you to handle, and I get that, but you do have the Wheel of Fortune. The will is in your favor. If you notice, like, ever since this Tower came and removed, you know, certain situations from you, you're starting to feel not so stressed. You're starting to feel a little bit lighter. You're starting to realize that things are starting to actually work in your favor. The universe will bring back this person when the time is right. But right now, it's not time to focus on your individual. It's time to focus on you. And I do think you need to carry some amethyst, according to that Fool card. The amethyst is right here. You need to carry it. It's really good for, like, anxiety. It's really good for, like, releasing negativity. It's really good with addiction. It's really good, like, you know, I use it for my clarity when I get in high stress situations. I do recommend carrying amethyst at this time. I really do. And then you have the Hermit card. I told you the 9th of September is going to be very significant. You have the 9 over there too on the dice. I'll show you again. The 9 right here. There's the 9. The 9th of September is going to be very significant. I understand it's 10, but the 9 is calling for me on this September. So the 9th of September is really, really going to play a role here. It's the Hermit card. I really feel like you're going to really delve deep into yourself, and you're going to see that the path has been lit for you, that you are going to be guided in the right direction with the Hermit card. You have a lot of positive things happen to you if you just release this connection. Like, if you haven't released this connection and you're, like, going against the Tower comes back stronger and harder each time. Problem is, you never go against the Tower moment. When a Tower happens, it's happened for a purpose. People don't understand towers. People think, oh, fuck, a tower. Oh, my life is shit. No, it's not what that means. A tower only removes you from a toxic situation when it needs to be done. And most people usually ignore towers and things get worse. So now that you have a knowledge of this tower that's happened, you need to take the proper steps to keep this tower as a form of transformation instead of it keep coming back over and over and over again. Because we want the Fool card. We want the Wheel of Fortune. We want the Hermit card. The tower came for a reason. That's what people need to understand. The tower came for a reason. And if you understand tarot, oh, see, manifestation of wishes are coming true with the Star card. If you started manifesting around the 17th of August, it's going to be answered by the 17th of September. The universe has listened to what your request is. The universe understands that you want love. You want happiness. You want financial stability. You want to have all the things that, you know, required of happiness. Universe is going to manifest this for you as well as you doing it yourself. But you have to put in the work. If you notice this individual is throwing the string out like the kite and it's holding on, waiting for it to actually connect so it can catch it. This individual is not moving, not doing anything to it. The work is being put in. This individual is not, even though that it's been casted out there, this individual is still sitting there working it, getting it to be done. That's the thing with the Star card. Let's carry on. All right, so we have the Three of Wands. I feel like with the Three of Wands, you are crossing a crossroads. You just don't know which way to go at this point. You don't know if you want to continue to deal with your individual or if you can let them go. Dealing with that, I feel like if you stay, you're going to be in stagnant energy. I don't feel like your individual is growing at this point. I feel like this person is in stagnant energy, and which is going to cause you to be stagnant, which is the Tower is going to stick around even longer, which I really don't think you want that, because when the Tower gets more intensified, things happen that you couldn't even imagine. I'll just give you kind of like an example so you can kind of like see it. Let's just hypothetically just to say that you want to move in with this individual. But the place that you both applied for, you guys didn't get it. And you're thinking, well, God, what the hell? Why did I not get this apartment? We both have great credit scores, our incomes, whatever, you know. And they'll just say, I just don't think you're a right fit for our community. They won't even give you like a flat out reason why. And you're just thinking to yourself, that's freaking weird. Why would that happen? Was it our income? No, your income's perfect. Well, was it our credit? No. I just don't think you guys are a great fit for our community. Take that as a warning sign. Like, if your credit and your everything was good, then that's the tower coming in saying, nah, we don't think you should be doing this right now. This is not a decision that you need to be making. And that's the universe trying to give you a red flag, like signing up, like saying, don't get involved in a commitment like this because this individual is not who they say they are. The universe sees things before we do. We just go about our day basically blinded, especially when it comes to love. We are always blinded when it comes to love. Like, it's so funny. They always say people on the outside can see what's going in, but people on the inside's vision is restricted. And it's so true. So what the tower is saying is this individual is not ready to move in the right direction with you. So that's why the tower had to come in play. But you're still like in debate about this. Like, do I go or do I stay? I mean, it is ultimately your choice on how you do this, but be prepared what's going to come. Because the universe wants you to release this during this moon so that this individual can get the... I'm not trying to say anything bad about this individual. I'm not saying this individual is like a monster, but they need some karmic... They need some karmic karma. This karma has to come to them in order for them to get a reality check to realize your worth. And when that happens, people come back a different person. Now, if they come back the same person and they do it, you'll receive another tower again. But this time, this tower is going to go much harder than it did before. The last one was like a light little tap, like a warning. Then it comes back even harder. And it comes to a point, like say you do get a place with somebody that, you know, you wouldn't approve before, but you found somewhere else that would just take your money and just let anybody move in. Then you move in, and then you come find out that your individual never comes home, or your individual is always out, or your individual is not having their portion of the rent, and they expect you to do it. You're going to find out things. That's when the tower starts hitting you even harder, because it starts hitting you in aspects that you could never imagine. And that's what people need to understand. If the universe is asking you to release the person that you're having problems with, maybe you should do it. To save you the headache and the problems. Let's go forward. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. So when this individual gets released, this individual is going to be forced to be put in their emotions. Whether you like it or not, this individual is going to be basically forced to sit in their emotions, forced to see things and watch your boat ship off away. Like, they're going to watch you from a distance, move on with your life. I'm not saying you move on with anybody, but you're moving on in your life. Universe wants you to know that this individual is going to be forced to face what is going on here. Their intuitiveness and their psychic abilities are going to start coming in stronger. The universe is going to start smacking them with dreams. The universe is going to start smacking them with deja vu. The universe is going to be like, hey, you know what? Collective has done everything they can for you. You have been just basically just taking them for granted and basically thinking they're always going to be there. Well, us as the universe, we're going to send them away and let you be forced to face this on your own. I mean, they may even bring somebody into their life, but it ain't going to be what you think it is. The individual that you're dealing with may not even... The universe is going to put them in a nostalgic, emotional state to where they're going to be forced to think about you on a daily basis. A matter of fact, I'm going to say this. If you are in separation with your individual and your individual is calling you out of nowhere, that's not by chance. This individual is literally thinking about you emotionally. This individual, as I see it right now, it was 2444. It was 444 just a little bit ago. They're going to be focused on the home. They're going to be focused on what they had and what they lost with you. And they're going to be forced to sit in this until they actually get the full throttle picture. The universe is not going to bring this individual back to you until they're completely healed or on the process of going in the right direction, because that's what happens. I do feel like this individual is literally sitting in their emotions, whoever this may be. I do feel like this individual wants another shot with you. But I think they know deep down inside they can't come back to you right now. And because they already see you moving on your path with the ship. Like the universe is like, we're letting collective go on this ship and we're going to let them sell off. And we're going to let them get the space that they need so this individual can see what they lost. Let's see. Let's clarify the King's Cups. What is going on with this King of Cups? Why is the universe making this person? Because the World card. The 21st is going to be very significant. More than likely, you'll probably hear from this individual by then. You'll probably get a phone call, a text, or, they might even try to stop by. But do understand this. They have to go to this whole full circle of complete change before the universe will actually say it's a go. Just like your chakra, just like the way the chakra is lined up, this individual's got to line up with themselves too. The universe is not going to let you bring this person back until they are fully capable of handling the situation and being able to move on for what happened. Let's find out what else. See, the Ace of Cups. Heart chakra. This individual does love you. I am not doubting that. This individual has deep love for you. This isn't a love that's like, oh, I love what the collective does for me, and I love that collective takes care of me. No, this is a deep, passionate love. Like, they've never felt this with anybody else. That's how severe this is. This individual deeply, deeply feels love for you. And the fact that you have now been removed from them, they don't like that idea. They're like, nah, I don't want my individual gone. What else is going on with the person on collective's mind? Woo! Okay, that flew down. All right. The universe is removing you out of the Eight of Swords. I think what's happening now, you guys were mirroring each other, kind of like a tit for tat type energy. And the universe is like, yeah, we're not really going to be doing with that anymore. It's time for the collective, and it's time for their individual to actually look deep in themselves in the mirror and realize that this behavior is not going to be okay anymore. I do really feel like you mirrored this individual. I feel like, I'm really seriously, I feel like with the Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're starting to understand that you guys were playing a mental game with each other. I'm not even saying mental prison. This is a mental game between you two. Like, they lied to me, so I'm going to lie to them. Show them how it feels. Or, if they do this to me, I'm going to do that to them. That's not how it's going to go. The universe is saying you need to release yourself from this immature energy and this quit playing these mental games and start getting some clarity and think about things from a more mature aspect. That's why you had the Hermit card there. The Hermit card came into play. And the Hermit wants you to think about what you did in the past that got you in this position. The Hermit's giving you the light, giving you the path to see things for what they really are. Yeah, I can. Yeah. The thing is if you hear from your individual and this individual wants another chance, you have to go about it completely different. It cannot be the same energy. This can't be this tit for tat shit. Well, if they don't talk to me, I'm not talking to them. Or if this individual like ghosted you, well, I'm ghosting them. This needs to end. This is why the Hermit card's there. You have until the 9th of September to get out of this energy. You're welcome. You have until the 9th to get out of this energy. I'm going to put this over here to the side because this Hermit card is playing a big role for you. The Hermit card is definitely you're definitely in need of this Hermit card. There's a reason why you took this time to be by yourself. This is not by chance. This is for you to reflect on, and I'm telling you this has nothing to do with work, nothing to do with your kids, nothing to do with your schedule, nothing. This is to do with love. This is only to deal with love. So if you think this is about work, I have not gotten no pentacles in this reading at all. So it's nothing to do with your finances. It's nothing to do with like your kids, nothing to do with any of that. This all has to deal with love. So, what we need to release during the Scorpio first quarter, so we can go into the next phase of the moon, is we need to release this individual. And if this individual comes back a better person, then you have the World card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool card, the Hermit. All these things are going to play a role for you. The Hermit card is basically opening your eyes and seeing things for what they really are and learning from your mistakes in your past. And then you can focus on, because what it is, it's about wisdom. It's about, collecting all the wisdom you can get. You're finally seeing the light for what it really is. You're realizing that you screwed up as well. Because right now, the Two of Cups is in reverse for y'all. Right now is not the time to reconnect unless this individual can prove themselves. You guys can prove yourself out of this Eight of Swords. If you feel like this individual hasn't changed, or if you get an intuition this individual is not emotionally connected to the situation and they're not willing to make change, then the universe ain't going to bring them back. Anything else we need to know about this? We've got the Two of Cups in reverse. It's clear as day. Hold on. Oh, we got the Sun card. Got the Sun card. Today is the 19th. The universe wants you to release. You release, you'll be happy. The universe does not have you release things that is just going to make you be hurt. If you can release this individual, we are still in Leo season. This is clearly a sign. Look at opening up, letting the universe take control. Basically allowing yourself to be having this open mind and having clarity, and go out to the universe today. Go out in the sun. Go walk around the grass without your shoes on, please. This is what it's asking for. Go walk outside, be free, and basically let the universe do what they need to do. Today is the 19th. Today is the first quarter moon. It is the Sun card. That's Leo. We are in Leo season right now. This is clearly what the universe wants you to do, is go outside, walk around on the grass barefoot. I'm actually going to go do that today. Now that it said that, I'm actually going to go over to the park and I'm going to take my shoes off and I'm going to walk around in the grass in the sun, and I'm going to release what the universe wants me to release. Because if you are just going to sit there and just going to still sit in that stagnant energy and consistently do the Eight of Swords in the upright and play that tit for tat, you're only doing it to yourself. At this point, you got nobody to blame but yourself. If you truly want this connection to work, or the universe to bringing them back, then you need to do the work and go and release this individual. The more you hang on to this person and the more you keep this person trapped in your mind and in your heart, the more the universe is going to keep them away. You're not doing it for the right reasons, universe is saying. If you truly want the Sun card and be truly happy, go outside and release this individual. If you are seeing a sunflower, that is obviously a sign. We got the big, huge sunflower right there. Universe is saying today is the day to go release this individual. Release them. I feel like it would actually bring some happiness into you, and it would be good to actually get some sun on your skin and actually walk in the grass and feel it being released. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you in here. Love and light to you. We have the Three of Cups. Abundance. Happy news. Universe says if you do this, you will receive the news that you've been waiting for. The universe is going to grant you great news is going to be coming to you. We have the Three of Cups. This is obviously a clear sign that this is what needed to happen. And in order for you to receive that abundance, you have to let go. I know it's going to hurt. I know. Trust me. It does hurt. You think about your individual all the time. This individual is in your heart space, your head space. Hell, there's places you might go that might remind you of your individual. But if you can release them, today is the 19th. If you can release them, out in the sunlight, the universe is going to give you that Three of Cups. Okay. This is my first Pentacle card. The King of Pentacles. Your individual is going to come back and give you everything that you ever dreamed of. That your individual is going to come back wiser. Your individual is going to come back more mature. Your individual is even going to come back loyal. This individual is going to come back so improved that you're going to be in shock. And honestly, I feel like that's what your Three of Cups is. Bring me back my individual, mature, wiser, being able to support me in things that I need, and being loyal. And even closely, my best friend. Universe wants you to warn you about your mindset and your words. Do not be cold when you talk to this individual. Do not be bitter when you talk to this individual. Do not think of what brought you to this situation at that point. Because if you keep staying in this stagnant energy, you're going to keep getting it back. And I feel like the universe has put you through phases to where you're like, they showed you red signs, they showed you the caution, and now it's the cold stage. The situation is, I'm starting to realize, is what's going on is, I feel like you are in a place of mind where, like, if this individual talks to me, I have nothing to say. That's not the energy you're supposed to be in. Now, if you feel like this individual is not going to give you the conversation that you deserve, or if you feel like your boundaries are being crossed, then at that point, I wouldn't even engage any further. I would end the conversation and walk away. Because you and I both know you're going to say something slick out of your mouth and you're going to regret it. Universe does not want you to do that. Universe wants you to not even think negative about this individual. If you truly care and love this individual like you say you do, and this is your person, then you have the mental freedom, like this bird, to fly away from the situation and let them sit there in their own scrutiny. Because, like I said, the King of Cups is going to come in and it's going to smack them. That's the thing about it. The King of Cups is going to come in and give this individual the wake-up call that they want. And this is the way it goes. Let's go any further. All right, we have the Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups, I feel like, if you see right here, come on, focus in. I'm trying to get to focus. Sorry about that, guys. I want you to see this. Oh, it does it for a second. Come on. There it goes, K. Do you guys see that heart right there? With the hands? With the spirit? Your individual loves you. There's no doubt about that. Your individual loves you. With the Page of Cups. You guys share a bond that nobody ever could take away from you. But I feel like with the situation, you feel like in your mind that, I don't know if I'll ever get back with this person when pigs fly. Well, there's the pig flying. You guys will be back together. The universe is like, I'm sure you've heard that old saying, when pigs fly, I'll give them another chance. Well, there it is right there in the corner. You're going to give this individual another chance, but the question is, the universe wants you to pay attention to the signs that are there. Oh, we got the Page of Pentacles. I feel like your individual is finally coming into light, realizing that you in that balance that they need when it comes to dealing with, like, maturity. I feel like your person was very immature at this time, and things were, you know, not in the way you thought they were going to be. But you do have a Six of Wands. I feel like this is going to be a very, very, very successful if you choose to release. There's another release card. You have to release this individual in order for it to come back. That's what I'm getting. Let's get some more messages. I feel like the messages need to come in. We're going to go into the moon deck because we are under first quarter of Scorpio. I have a Scorpio moon myself, so I'm being affected royally with this. I've honestly, I'll be for real with you, I have been keeping to myself lately because I know my mouth is going to be brutal. So that's why I just, like, if I feel like I'm going to get a little bit little bit too, brutal. I just like, I just prefer not to have this conversation right now. I just don't feel like the situation's going to pan out like it should. And then people look at me like, why? It's like, because I really don't think you want to hear my true thoughts right now. And they're like, is it that bad? I'm like, it's going to be bad. So can we just end the conversation and just move forward? Because I really don't want to have to regret what I say to you. Because me being a Capricorn, I do have, regret on things I say. And on Scorpio, on top of it, I'm brutal. Okay, we do have a Scorpio card. New moon. Okay, here we go. The Phoenix's rebirth. See? The scorpion right there? Yeah, new moon and Scorpio. Embrace transformation. Let go of what no longer serves you. Using Scorpio's intense transformation energy to rise from the ashes. 3, 1 is 4. And we do have the 31st of August. So you do need to do this before the 31st of August. I do realize that this is phases that's going into. But you do have the tower that's telling you with the transformation. Let me get that tower out again so you all understand. There's the tower. There's the butterflies for the transformation. The card is telling you. We've got a full moon in Capricorn. The goat's ascent. Celebrate your accomplishments and progress while also recognizing the importance of balance and rest. Using the full moon's energy to honor your hard work. It's 36 equals a 10. And when you can actually get that, if you can do that, then you'll honestly be on the right path. But I really feel like here, you have to let it go. You know that old saying, if you let them go and they come back, you know it's yours. The thing is, your person's going to come back and be like, I realized that being without you killed me. And I don't ever want to have that ever be a thing. Actually, universe is whispering in my ear right now. If your individual comes back, they're going to say around the lines of this. I thought about what you said, and I understand that what I did to you was wrong. Please understand that I'm sorry for what I did, and I'm going to do my best to fix things and to change. And what people need to understand is change doesn't happen overnight. Change never happens overnight. That's what you got to understand. If you're willing to be with this person and allow them to change, then the changes have to be within time and process. It doesn't happen overnight. All right. Got new moon. So new beginnings. Fresh beginnings, I should say. The new moon signifies the start of a new cycle, new beginnings, and a time to plant new seeds. This card represents fresh energy of new beginnings and encourages you to set new intentions and manifest your deepest desires too. There you go. I believe if you're manifesting for this individual to see the light, the universe is listening. Trust me, it's going to happen. I'll get one more and then I'll move on to... Ooh, that just came right out. Okay. Full moon in Taurus, the harvest beauty. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and celebrate the abundance, feeling the satisfaction of a job well done. 20. So the 20th of September, which will still be in Virgo season, I feel like you are going to be harvesting yourself and putting yourself in that beautification energy that you need to have right now in order for you to move forward. I do think this is going to be a time-consuming thing. If you are having second thoughts about letting your individual come back early, and you feel like, this individual's done the work, I really think you need to take a step back and allow this individual to prove themselves that they changed instead of just feeling it inside. Like, oh, I think my individual's got it now. No, that's not how this works. I'm going to see what other messages you need to hear right now. Since I know this is love, I want to get a love deck. But I think we need to find out what dark confessions they need to confess out for you in order for you to realize how deep this darkness goes, for you to justify the situation at hand when it comes to the individual's healing process when it comes to this person coming back to you. I want you to have a clarification of what's going on when it comes to that. Let's get into it. Let's find out. What does Collective's person need to get released in order for them to come back? What do they need to release for them to come back fully good? Okay, this is what it says. You have become difficult. You have become too difficult for me to handle. A big turnoff. So you can been like too needy or been like not giving them, believing in what they talk about. And it could very well much annoy them and kind of get on their nerves. So that's going to have to be a thing they need to release in order to come back, because I feel like your requests and what you ask for in a relationship shouldn't be difficult. And if it's a turnoff for them to realize that you need, you know, this change and this, or don't cross this boundary, I feel like this individual needs to know what's going on. I need to free myself from fear and doubts. I'm a caged bird. Okay. I'm not sure I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. You see why universe put this tower in place? This individual's like trying to find the easy way out, trying to get you to change you know? Let's see what this says. I don't want to be contacted now. I wish to be alone. All right. So, there you go. That's kind of the signification of what's going on. I always read the back of the deck. I have lost all control of my life. I keep messing up. So, if you're starting to know repetitive patterns of lying, not keeping their, lying, not keeping their word about promises, consistently ghosting you, or trying to control the conversation, or not respecting your boundaries, at this point, you're going to have to realize you're just going to have to let the tower come into play. Let this person get this King of Cups energy. I'll get it for you. Let me show you one more time. You need this King of Cups energy for this individual to get the reality check that they need. I think it's under a lot of cards. This reading has been very, very deep. Where is this King of Cups? I know it's in here. Let me find it real quick. I'll put the cards back. Let me hurry and find this King of Cups. This King of Cups is their card for what they're going to be doing. Let's see, where are you, King of Cups? Okay, King of Cups, where are you? Might be under here. Okay, it's under here. All right, here we go. King of Cups, there it is. I'll put the cards back right there. The King of Cups. This King of Cups is going to come in, and it's basically, unfortunately, the universe is going to let them see you have to leave, which is going to emotionally put them through the ringer. And they're going to be forced to face their emotions and how they feel about you and what you meant to them. Universe is going to give them dreams. Universe is going to have them be nostalgic. Universe is going to throw things that put them in places, or make them hear songs that remind them of you, or make them see things for what they are. Some of them may even come back and be like, I don't know, it was the weirdest thing. Everybody I ran into kind of remind me of you. Or our song just kept playing over and over and over. Or I was walking by to our old spot and I didn't realize it, and I looked up and it just made me think of you. This is the kind of thing that needs to happen for your individual to be woken up. But this individual does have a lot of, deep, dark energies that needs to be released for you to have for you to be able to do your thing. And you can't fix these things. They have to do it themselves. That's why the King of Cups is coming into play. The universe, that's why they need to be alone. I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be alone, because they're in their feelings. They're in their emotions. They already know they're missing you. They already know that the fact of them not talking to you, not having you active in their life, they might even give you an emotional guilt trip. Like, oh, you don't love me. Oh, you don't want nothing to do with me. You haven't contacted me and blah, blah, blah. Don't fall for it. When you give in to them, when it comes to that aspect, then they feel like they have you in their clamps. And this is what the universe wants you to do. You need to really have to be in this hermit energy to sit and think about the things that are going on. You cannot allow yourself to keep replaying the same thing. The tower is going to come back strong each time. Hell, it might even make you, I'm not trying to say anything, but it might make you go homeless. It might make you lose your job. It might even make you to the point where your kids don't even talk to you. It might get to the point where this individual cheats on you with somebody that's very close to you. I mean, the tower gets harder and harder. The tower doesn't just come once and be like, okay, this is the little bump we're going to do for them. If they choose to be together, they choose to be together. That's not how that works. The universe always has the final say in what goes on in your path. Our story was already written. The thing is this, I want you to think about it like this. I know this is kind of funny. I know you probably don't want to hear this. We're kind of like a soap opera for the universe. Tune in next week and see what happens to blah, blah, blah. See if they actually learn their lesson from the tower. Or see if they continue to keep pressing the universe. It's what it's like. The universe is basically rewriting our episodes. And the thing about it is this, it's all about what you do in that episode for it to go to the next scenario. If you continue to keep being in the same energy, you're going to continue to keep saying the same shit, but even worse. And you're just like, damn, this is getting worse and worse as the time goes on. How the hell is this possible? Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm manifesting. I'm doing all the things that I'm, you might be noticing you fucking did, you brought people involved now, and now your relationship is on rocks. You're like, shit, I've involved my friends and my family, and now everybody and their cat and dog is involved in my relationship. And now you're probably sitting there going, shit, nay, man, what am I going to do? Hey, Katie, how are you? Love and light to you. You've got to come to realization that the more people you've involved in your relationship and your situation, the worser it gets. Hey, you. I hope things are going good for you, love and light. But I'm saying, like, you've got to really come to the realization. This is going to be the time that we need to release. This first quarter is asking us to release the person that we're with. It's the toxicity. This person doesn't respect you. The tower moment came into play. You may be having arguments with this individual out of nowhere. You could be dealing with this individual lying. You could be dealing with this individual not keeping their side of the bargain up when it comes to bills or when it comes to like things like that. And this is to realize what you have to come to. I know it's going to hurt, but this individual needs this King of Cup energy to be slapped to see you go away. They're going to watch you walk away. And they're going to be forced to face everything that they seen. Like, I'm sorry to say this, be reality. You've always been their support system. You've always given them an encouragement. You're always there for them. You do everything you possibly can for this individual. And this individual doesn't appreciate you. Going to be honest, just tell me everything about. Okay, well, right now we're in the reading of what's happening in the first quarter moon, and basically I'll just kind of give you a recap. According to it, it came out with the tower, and the tower was about love. I'm just gonna pull it out for you. So I kind of want to give you a recap because I feel like you want to see what's going on. So let me get the cards back in order. Let me show you, okay? I'm just gonna hurry and do a recap, y'all. I feel like some individuals need to know what's going on. Okay. I need to get the tower card. Because the tower is K. So, basically you got a tower. The tower was about... Let me find it. It was about love. So, the tower basically came in. It wants... Because today is about what do you need to release during the first quarter moon under Scorpio. Well, the universe right now wants to release love. Whoever you're with, the universe wants you to basically break away from, because there's toxic ties. They could be karmic energy involved in this, could be dealing with a karma cycle. But I do see here with this, the universe pulled you out of this Nine of Wands energy and is basically giving you the encouragement and the strength and not being the injured individual you once were in the past. to actually come out of this. So we do have the sun card, which is today the 19th. The universe wants you to go out to the grass and be out in the sun and release this individual while feeling the sun on you. Because if you can release this individual will eventually be able to come back to you. But the thing about it is this, the universe has the King of Cups in play. So once you release this individual and let this individual go, then that's when you have the King of Cups. I'm going to get the King of Cups for you. Unless it's already up here. No, it's not. Okay. I get the King of Cups. King of Cups is basically the energy of letting this person watch you walk away with regret. Basically feeling bad that this individual did you dirty and basically left you in the dust. I'm trying to find the King of Cups. And I have confirmation moon cards and their negative energy of why the things were going on the way they were. Okay. So the individual got the King of Cups. Your person. So this person is going to be forced. I mean, this person, like I said, could have addictions, could be drinking, could have a codependency relationship on you, can also be very manipulative, switch their minds back and forth, play a lot of mind games. We did suggest that there was a lot of that with the 8 of Wands in reverse. You guys were playing tit for tat, like, oh, if he lied to me, I'm going to lie to him. If he steps on me, I'm going to do the same thing to him or her. If this person wants to, keep this from me, I'm going to keep this from them. And universe wants you out of that energy and move you back in and allow the wheel of fortune to come in your favor, because it's a full throttle turn. But you've been released from those swords on both ends. So you're starting to see the situation for what it is. This individual played a lot of games. Makes you think they want you to come back, but then it's still the same thing. Or you think in your mind, well, if I try it this way, maybe this individual will actually love me for who I am. And actually, it's the 2 of Cups in reverse. This individual has no intention of moving forward or changing their ways. You are still caught in this, 3 of Wands. You're caught whether you should stay or you should go. And universe says it's listening to your manifestations, and it wants you to take a leap of faith in a different direction, because the amethyst is there. You should be carrying amethyst, especially if you have an addiction, if you have anxiety, if you have basically problems sleeping, if you're having intuition issues. Amethyst is very good. I carry amethyst all the time. But the universe wants to give you that 3 of Cups. But then when that individual does come back, they're going to come back in that King of Pentacle energy, if that makes sense. You basically need to have your mind cleared for you to accept this situation. You need to look back on the situation and take a mental journey to see from the beginning to middle to end if this individual has an opportunity of changing. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like you should have a conversation with your individual, but if you're just going to be negative the whole entire time and say something swift out of your mouth, I really don't suggest this, because the universe has had the red flag, the caution flag, and then the cold flag. I think at this point you're in the cold stage where you just don't give a fuck at this point. You'll say what's on your mind, and you won't regret it until after you think about it. You're like, damn, I was a little too harsh. But I do feel like the home is upside down. That's why the universe is doing this. But you do have the 6 of Wands in your favor. You do have the 6 of Wands in your favor. I do believe that you're going to finally release this individual and be more in a better place. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is putting that individual back on solid ground and actually having to see things for what they really are from a logical standpoint. The universe is going to give them a awakening above and beyond. If you notice, this individual is not on the ground, it's on a tree trunk, and it's looking above the trees. It has to see things for what it is. And then you have the World card, which is the universe is not going to bring this person back until they're completely aligned with their chakra. But then you have the Page of Cups, and this individual does have your heart because you have a connection beyond here. You guys have a soul contract from a previous life. I'll just put it that way. You guys have a soul connection from a previous life. For some reason, it's very hard for you to leave this individual. It's very hard for you to forget about this individual. This individual has your heart emotionally. You guys have been through trials together. But you always say, I'm not taking back this individual when pigs fly. Well, guess what? The pig's flying, honey. So you're going to be taking this individual back. And then we got the dark side of the individual, which they need to release is, I don't want to be contacted right now. I wish to be left alone, because that King of Cups is going to come in effect. And then I'm not sure I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. So the things you're expecting from your individual, this individual's taking a step back and realizing, God, collective really wants me to do this work, don't they? And then I need to free myself in fears and doubts. I'm a caged bird. So this individual is mentally in a prison. Greetings, Michael. How are you? This is a general read. Yes, this is, oh, Michelle, I'm sorry. Michelle Williams. This is a general read. Yes, most definitely. This is what we need to release during the first quarter moon of Scorpio, which is today. So in order for us to go to the next phase of the moon, we have to start doing our work because we already had the Lion's Gate on August 12th. So when we did our Lion's Gate on the 12th, which was a solar eclipse / new moon, which is basically double whammy on the new beginnings, in order to get a new beginning, you have to release something. So what we're releasing at this point, Michelle, is we're releasing the person that we're with. That this only applies to people that are dealing with people that are not in communication, separation, toxicity, things in that aspect. That's where we're at. So if that resonates with you, please continue to watch. You have become difficult for me to handle. That's a big turnoff. When your needs end up being a situation that the person on your mind is making it like your boundaries or what your requests are and what you require in the relationship to be a turnoff, then you really do need to separate yourself and go into hermit mode. Now, the 9th of September is going to be a very, 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 very time for you. You're going to be stepping in. If you have Virgo placements or Earth placements, I'm going to say if you have Virgo placements or any Earth placements in your sun, moon, or rising, or Venus, this is going to affect it double. So you need to take time to yourself and you really need to go deep within you because the universe is giving you the path to go ahead. But the thing about it is this, you've got to do the work for yourself. You've got to be in that mindset to where you got all your ducks in a line and you're like, I'm not bringing back individual X, Y, and Z unless they can stop being toxic, stop breaking my boundaries, stop lying, stop doing this, stop doing that. You have to be firm in the decisions that you make. You can't just say them and then go back on your word because that's when the tower is going to hit even harder. For every time this tower hit on the 16th. So the tower hit on the 16th, which was Libra energy, and you probably have been in like some sort of turmoil with your individual since then. So it could have been a little bit sooner than that, but is when it's really started to hit was the 16th. And it's going to continue on until the 16th of September. So if you think the tower is just going to go away because you and your partner have made up, no, that's not how that works. The transformation has to happen. And then the moon cards were in. Let's get the moon cards out. The moon card, first one came out was, I'm redoing this for people who haven't seen it. The moon card, the new moon in Scorpio, the Phoenix rebirth. Embrace transformation and let go of what no longer serves you. Using the Scorpio's intense transformation energy to rise from the ashes, the 31st. So you've got until the 31st of August to basically transform, because you have the butterflies here with the tower. Butterflies are transformation. So you have this time frame with the new moon energy that happened on the 12th of August, which was under a Lion's Gate. You have this time to transform until the 31st. So you have this opportunity to see things for what it is. You will watch your person literally sit in that King of Cups energy and being forced to face what's going on. We have the full moon in Taurus. Harvest is beauty. Or bounty, harvest is bounty. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and celebrate abundance, feeling satisfaction of a job well done. By the 20th of September, you'll have moved into your next phase because if you have done what the universe has asked you, you're going to get abundance for it. You're going to notice your life to start going in a better direction. Then we have the new moon, fresh beginnings. New moon signifies the start of a new cycle, new beginnings. And a time to plant new seeds. This card represents the fresh energy of new beginnings. It encourages you to set new intentions and manifest your desires. 2. So this could be about you and your individual. 2 is very significant to 2 people, but by the September 2nd, do I feel like the new moon and fresh beginnings are going to start happening for you? Yes, but you got to start planting the seeds now. Then we have full moon in Capricorn, the goat's ascent. So the goat's asset. So we have celebrate your accomplishments and progress, while also recognizing the importance of balance and rest. Using the full moon's energy to honor your hard work. 36 is 10. So you're going to have a form of completion, which you already have the Wheel of Fortune already there. The thing about it is this: we have to pay attention to what's going on. We cannot continue to keep allowing the same patterns to happen, because you will never get that full completion. So if this resonates with people, do understand this is a process. This is not going to be an easy process. It never is. This is why we have to put in the work. And universe wants you to go out there today. It's sunny. Go out, put your feet in the grass, and just tell the universe, I am going to release my connection. I'm going to release what doesn't suit me. Please, universe, bring what is supposed to be for me. Give me the opportunities to get out of a toxic situation. I mean, you can put it in your own words, but I'm just giving you kind of ideas of what you can do to, like, release. Please release this, this karmic bond, or this, this karma type cycle situation. Please, I want to transform from this tower. You want to be able to get this energy out of you. You want to be able to have your mind back at ease. We're going to get some more clarifications. I really do think this has a lot to do with love, because obviously is love. It's about releasing the person you're with. So you got to take what's resonating with you. You may feel like I'm trapped. You could feel like you're in a position right now to where you feel like, God, does anybody, why am I stuck in this? Am I being punished for something? I mean, seriously, I've been in a connection to where I felt that way. I've been punished. It is. It's a lingering energy, and the universe wants you to let it go. We're going to find out what's on your individual's mind, what they'd like to say to you, or what they won't say to you, but they want to say to you. Let's get into that. Let's do that. Let's find out. Okay. I know I messed everything up. This individual knows deep down inside that they messed everything up, but I do not see them coming forward until they step in that King of Cups energy. Let's get that King of Cups up here, because I'm not putting him down anymore. His energy keeps popping up all over the place. Where is the King of Cups? This King of Cups is like, sorry y'all, I just got to find him, because this energy has been very significant to this King of Cups. Your individual is going to be forced to see you leave, forced to be in that position, to watch you go, and it's gonna hurt like hell. But it's a process that needs to happen. Here it is. We found him. We're gonna have him as the main character, because this is what your individual is gonna have to go through. Because the universe right here wants your individual to go through this King of Cup energy. If you see here, there's your ship shipping away. The universe is sending you on your way, going your own journey, and this individual is going to be forced to face the situation by themselves. And their intuition, and they're going to have dreams coming to them. They're going to realize that they screwed up. This is what they said. I know I messed everything up. Your person could already be going through this right now as we speak. They're probably already going through this right now. Let's go further deeper. I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, it's going to be a torturous thing for them, because the things that they've done is not, I love you unconditionally. So if this person does deeply care about you, I just think they just don't have the proper way of, oh, I fell. Let's go grab it. I dislike when the cards fall. It's very hard to go down and get them. Oh, but, it is work. I'm becoming a better person. Okay, so when this King of Cups energy comes into play, this individual is going to become a better person. And like I said, this individual will be coming back to you. So let's put this King of Cups. I'm becoming a better person. I'm becoming a better person. I love you unconditionally. I can't stop thinking about you. I know I messed everything up. So your individual may have a problem with self-sabotaging the situation and then playing the victim after, just to try to seek some sort of like reassurance of that situation. I really do feel like your individual is the type of person that is very manipulative, always wanting to play the victim, always saying, well, God, if you didn't do this, this wouldn't have happened. Well, if you would have just, not lied, we wouldn't be in this predicament. But the question of the day is, how do you feel about them? I believe, collective, you love this individual. I do. Or you would have already been walking away and not even be in this room right now. That happened with me with my significant other too, Katie. That does happen where you're trying to find out the situation, what's going on with you, and your individual's telling everybody but you. And that's a problem, because once that ends up being a scenario, then, like I said in the part, you have so many people involved in your relationship that it's coming to a point is like, well, no, he did this to me. Because they're only getting one side of the story. Like they always say, there's your side, my side, and God. So what about the woman that knocked on the door? Yeah, see, people shouldn't be just coming to your situation and having people talk to you about this. Like, seriously, this shouldn't be a thing. This individual should be only talking to you about their problems. I mean, I'm not saying that you're like the only person they should talk to in general, but I'm saying, like, when it comes to relationship issues with you, go to you first. Yeah. I've heard of blocks as well. I miss you, but I don't have time right now. See, you miss them, but you don't have the time to deal with their nonsense, because you already come to the conclusion of, I already know where this is going to go. It's going to be a repeated cycle. It's going to be just a repeated cycle. I already get that. Let's see. This person light up your world. We should do have the world card. This individual is not going to come back until they actually hit the full circle of the world card. They have to make a full completion of it. Woo, that flew. Will you help me? See, that's the thing. You have to ask, will you help me? That's ridiculous. This individual should want to just be there for you. This individual should know you from the inside out. This individual should know what your love language is. This individual should know when their person's in trouble. This person should know, but this person does not. This person blocks you off and puts other people in front of you. I already seen this. I already see this happening. Time will tell. That's exactly the energy you need to be in. Time will tell. Stay in that energy right now. I'm telling you, if you stay in this, time will tell. The universe will determine your time frame of when you come back with this individual. It's just time for you to start worrying about you. If you are in a situation, start making plans about possibly, getting another job or getting some hobbies so you're not around this individual as much, so you can actually break away and not have that bond with them, so they can actually get the realization of that you're not around. So the King of Cups can play the effect on them, because the King of Cups have got to play the role. You've got to have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is what's going to make them step into their emotional space and actually have to be nostalgic, because cups are nostalgic. They need to be in their emotional state, starting being nostalgic, going, God, I remember when, my person used to keep, making sure I was okay, or they made sure I had dinner, or they made sure that, I had a ride to work, or they made sure of all these things. Exactly. Some people are not in the position, but there are ways of you going out and not being accessible to this person as much as you used to be. Like, I would say take a walk at night, get away from this individual. Go take a walk if you're capable of taking a walk. Go and hang out with some friends. Go and pick up a hobby. Hell, go to a library. Go start reading books. Start doing things for yourself that you've always wanted to do, but you neglected because you always took care of your person. And then the back of the deck says, so many things remind me of you. I told you, this individual is going to be seeing things when they're walking down the street, or they're going to start seeing what you guys used to do together. They're going to start being reminded of these things. The universe is making this go in effect today. Today is a day. You have to make these changes because you know about it. That's the thing. Your person doesn't know what's going on because they're not watching this. You've got the upper hand because you see what's going on. The universe wants you to know that this is your calling right now. This is for you. This information is being brought to you because you, the collective, need this upper hand. So you have a grasp on what's going on. And that's what's so beautiful about this, because this is a choice. Now, if you do choose to stay in this energy, yeah, see, this is the, okay. I can relate to you, Michelle, because I had the same thing happen to me when my father passed last year. And what was crazy is my father's death was August 12th. And this August 12th was a Lion's Gate / solar eclipse. So it was kind of like a double whammy. I've been in that position. Mine was a year ago too. I've been in this position. I know what you feel like. And I'll tell you this right now. I'll be honest. I'm always honest with my viewers. I am in separation with my person right now as we speak. I released this individual. This individual gave me the energy of the caged bird. And so what do you do with caged birds? You let them go. You let them go flounder, go be free. When you let them be free and you let them go do what they want, then you see them for who they really are. And once you see what they project to you, then you can go by what their actions are. Because your words can mean one thing, but your actions say another. Like this. Yeah, you can say this to me, but is your actions showing? And this is why I said the King of Cups. This individual is going to think the grass is greener on the other side. Oh, this person, blah, blah, blah. They don't nag me. They don't tell me anything, blah, blah, blah. They don't make me grow up. They allow me to do what I want to do. Because you found someone that's beneath you. And this is for all my viewers. This is truth. They found somebody that's beneath them. That they found somebody that's willing to accept their bullshit, because that individual has insecurities and doesn't have the wisdom or the guidance of the universe. So if your individual went and found somebody else that was beneath you because they couldn't handle what you were bringing to the table. It's a true saying. A person that cares will tell their person what's up. A person that goes along with their bullshit is a person that doesn't give a shit with somebody. And that's just the honest to God truth. That's what you have to come to realize. This individual may have went and did what they did, but who do they always come back at the end of the day? Exactly. That person may have been the one-night stand, or that person may have been the crying shoulder, whatever. But at the end of the day, they know they can come back to you. Because why? Because they know they can rely on you, because you're solid. And that's the thing you have to come to realize. Time will tell. If this individual will change, time will tell. And if they don't want to change and they keep doing what they do, then the tower keeps hitting and keeps hitting and keeps hitting until, I'm going to be honest with you. A tower can take your finances away. A tower can take your blessings away. A tower can take away all this. The thing is, I haven't discovered whether this person. Are you talking about your person, Katie, or are you talking about mine? Like, this is another thing. You can't accuse unless you have proof. You can assume, you can have an intuition of it, but you can't convict without proof. That's why I always say, like, if you have an intuition something's going on, follow your gut. Listen to your gut. Yours? If your individual is entertaining other people, I'm just going to give you from personal experience. If your person is literally entertaining other people without knowing who they are or what's going on, then I would definitely be paying attention to the signs. If your intuition or your gut's telling you something's wrong, listen to it. Because every time... See, that's the thing. Women shouldn't be free to be able to knock at your door like this. Do they know that he's married is the question of the day. Is he even telling them they're... Because that's what my husband had a problem with doing. He would be outside and he was like, oh, these are my friends, but do they know you're married? And he would be like, well, yeah. And then I'd ask him, like, no, I did not know he was married. It's the sneaky, snaky shit. It's, you got to come to realize, if your individual is a soulmate, then you were meant to meet in this life. If your individual is a twin flame, which means you have a previous contract from X, Y, and Z, and you promise to meet each other in each life until the contract ends, which means this is a soulmate connection. You know, this is a twin flame. Twin flames is where you take one soul and you split it between two. That's what that's about. So it depends on what your connection is. If your connection is a soulmate, or if your connection is a twin flame, or you can be in a karmic relationship that's mimicking a twin flame, which means this individual is supposed to come into your life, teach you a lesson, but you fell in love with this person, and now you're realizing that every time, like, everything is going wrong all the time. Like, you can't keep a place. You guys are always fighting. Your person's always cheating. Your person's always doing this. Your person's always doing that. And nothing ever seems to go right. They're never home for anniversaries. They're always fighting you on holidays. Things like that. This is a time of frame when you have to come to realize, did you marry your twin flame, or did you marry, or are you with a karmic? And the universe always tries to give you warning signs that this individual is meant to be out of your life, but you keep pushing back and you're like, no. And then people will tell you, why you stay with this individual? And you're like, because I know deep down inside, this is a good person. I know deep down inside that this person will change. This person's had a horrible life. Just because they had a horrible life doesn't give them the right to treat you like garbage. People of all, if you've listened to people in situations, everybody has a sad story. See, I was desperate in retrospect. See, this is what it comes down to. You come to a breaking point to where this individual broke you down to a point that you were desperate to have this individual. And all your desperateness and trying to cling on to this individual pushed this person even further. And that's what happens in situations. They get you to that point where you feel like, oh, I got to prove to this person that I want them. I'm not going to let them go. And what you got to come to realize is that this isn't your person. You're not too old. You're never too old. That's the thing. Age determines wisdom. Age doesn't determine your fate. I've seen people literally go back to school at almost 60 years old and get their high school diploma. That is not a reason for you to even sit back and allow this to go on. You are capable of finding happiness. Now, I'm going to say this. If you are in separation with your individual, which we could find out, but the universe wants us to let this individual go. And do not let this individual back until they have the King of Cups. And how you're going to know they have the King of Cups? Because they're going to have the World card. All their chakras are going to be in line. So when you're talking to them, they're not going to get angry at you. They're not going to well, it's your fault. They're not going to gaslight you. They're not going to love bomb you. They're not going to manipulate you. You're going to notice that this is coming from an actual loving place. That's what you need to come to realize. Matter of fact, chakra. I'm going to find out what chakra they really need to work on. I'm going to pull a couple. Because I feel like this individual, yeah, see? He left you. And time will tell when the individual will come back. But see, this is the thing. If this is your person, this person will come back. No one could ever take this person from you. If this is truly the person you're supposed to be with, no one can take this individual from you. It is your connection. This individual may take off and go do some other things with other people, or go take off and be wherever else. But in the reality, universe will always bring this person back. Have you guys gone through this before, Michelle? Have you gone through this separation before? And he found his way back? Because if this is a repetitive cycle that you got to break. And that's why the tower's there. That's why you need to go out today in the sun and put your feet in the grass and just release it. And tell the universe, tell them. I mean, you don't got to look all crazy outside, but, go somewhere where you can be, by yourself and just basically tell the universe, I want to release this individual. Do not bring this individual back until their chakras aligned and until they can actually treat me the way that is intended to be treated. And I'm not going to allow this individual to come back until this individual is going to be what I need them to be and respect my boundaries. Please, universe, release what doesn't suit me and bring in my abundance. You need to manifest this. You need to manifest this. We're going to find out the chakra, what this individual needs to work on. I won't be surprised if the throat chakra comes out because, okay. So we have, see, the freedom. I release my wounds, create doubt. This is actually a solar plex. This individual, you know what? People that take off and don't speak to somebody and is gone is the type of people, I'll be honest with you, with me and my person, We've been in separation at one time for over a year, and he came back. See, your finances will come into play. You need to go out and do this on the 19th if you're capable. Go out and go to a place where there's grass. Put your feet in it and be out there in the sun and just tell the universe, I would like my financial abundance. Release me from this toxic prison and allow me the abundance to get out and leave. And you know what you could do too? I'm just being honest. If you're trying to get rid of this individual for good, or if you're trying to like, I'm being honest, if you're trying to break connection like totally through and through, you can always write it down on a piece of paper in a ceramic bowl and flush it down the toilet, because that's where shit goes. You know what? That's not spiritual work if they're trying to keep you separated. That's dark shit. That's nothing spiritual about that. That's some dark shit. No one does that. No one purposely keeps someone separated. And what I would do if I were you, are you capable of getting a candle, Michelle? Preferably a chime. You can Google it if you want. It's a chime candle. I would suggest you get a white one, and you need to write on it with a pin. So you basically will write on it, and it will dig into the candle, and you need to rub your tears on it. And you need to basically bless it in your own words. Remove any dark energy off of you, any type of dark magic off of you, because that's not something that's not spiritual work. People don't, as the work of a light worker and a person that's a light, like a white witch, they do not go out and do spiritual work to ensure you're separated. There's been like, the only time a person does that that's in, you know, like magic and things, is if you do like a cord breaking, which means the relationship's so toxic to the point that you just want a cord break, that you're trying to get away from this individual. Don't do it. Also, ask the universe when you're praying on it to let the flame burn big and bright, and light it in a quiet place to where you where the flame won't be disturbed. Watch that flame be huge as shit. And then the chime candle burns in about 2 hours. So you're going to have some time where it can be not disturbed for 2 hours, and let that sucker burn. Watch all your requests, because a white candle is pure energy. You can turn that candle a red candle. You can turn it into a green one, a purple one, a yellow one. White is so powerful that you can use that. It's pure energy. So please pay attention to that. I do magic as well. I'm not one of those ones that are like cutting chickens' heads off and hanging it above my door or anything like that. No, I do healing. I do love. I do spiritual cleansings. I help people with their, their chakras. I've helped people find health issues with themselves and have them go out and get checked, and they've actually found things that are going on with them and it saved their lives. Things like that. You have to realize I'm just not a tarot reader. That's not the only thing I do. I do candles. I will give you an example. I'll show you my candles, what you need to get. I keep my candles separated from all my other stuff, because the candles can absorb energy. I'm going to show you this, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Okay, so this is where I keep my candles. I have candles here. Okay, and I have more, but I'm just going to give you an example of what it looks like. All right, let's just say you need a black one for protection, okay? Black is for protection. So what you do is you take a candle like this, you'll take a pen, and you'll basically just write on it, whatever, and go around it. Do not double lapse the words, okay? Do not allow the words to elapse over each other, because if you do that, then it won't work. So you basically just write around it like this, like, please protect me from any evil, spirits, any type of evil plan, someone who's putting dark magic on me, blah, 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 so forth, so on. And then you write it all the way down, whatever you need. And then basically what I do is I put thank you, universe, with a heart or something, you know, in that aspect. And then I usually rub oil on it. I don't know if you have oils, but I have oils. That's why I say tears, because tears are pure. They come from, you know, pure emotion. So take your tears, rub it all over the candle. I'll take the sticker off. Rub it all over the candle like this, even on the wick. And then just basically ask for it to be, ask for the flame to be huge. That's how you know that and if your candle flickers, like starts flickering like this really fast, but the flame's huge, it means your message is getting out sent quicker. Like the universe is listening to requests and it's coming out faster. If your candle's low, it's a low vibration, which means it's going to take longer for it to for you to receive it. But if the candle flame is huge, the universe is going to issue it pretty quickly. That's what I would suggest. People can go to online to get these. They can, but I would suggest, like, I go to a particular store to get mine. I've been going to the store for a good 13 years, so I go to a particular shop to go get mine. But if you do get them online, please bless them, because you don't know whose energy's in them. So remove any like toxicity. Like, I usually pay like $3.95 a candle, but you can get a box of them on Amazon or eBay or whatever for like $10 to get a box. I just go to a witch store because I know this particular individual. I've been dealing with this individual for 13 plus years, so I know this stuff is good. But yeah, that's what that is. I do have it on my description about candles if you need one. I'll do one for like, it's like $5, but I'm telling you, you know, at this point you need to do it yourself because it's pretty intense from what you told me, and I really do feel like that it needs to be done now, type thing. So I would do the best you can to get that out of there, because if they told you they did that, that's not normal. Oh, you live in the Caribbean. Okay. So you have these candles there. All right. That's good. Definitely get that candle, and I would suggest white. Right on it. I mean, if you do need black, yeah, but I would suggest white. Just in my personal opinion, I would do white because the white can turn into any candle, and it will release and protect and give. It can give you abundance. It can give you protection. It can release negativity. It can, all that. So yeah, I would suggest the white one. Yeah, anybody that does that's not good, and I would suggest you keeping distance from his parents. Just, I understand you live in the same community, but I don't want their energy rubbing off onto you, because that's probably why you're in a low vibration right now. So, just giving you a heads up. I'm here to help. I'm here to help people. I ain't here to, like, give you a reading and ask you to come, you know, pay. That's not what I do. I'm here to help. This is a gift. This is not something that's, you know. All right, let's see. We got the bee spirit. So we got 7. The 7th of September is going to be very significant for others. Sweet results await. So by the 7th of September, you're going to start noticing the changes. We got 4 and 6 is going to be 10. So we have the peacock spirit. Let it shine. That's what it's talking about. Let your heart shine. Release it. Let it go. Let this individual fully go. Once you let this burden of this person go, you're going to notice that your heart chakra and everything's going to start aligning. You're going to notice this uplifting of energy, and you ain't going to listen to what this person's negativity is. You're going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever. You can be in this mindset. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. All right. We also have stag, which is 58. You need to be put in a position to where you can move. I would hate for you to leave too soon and then be in a position to where you're stuck. You need to be in form of completion energy with the 10. I do feel like the 7th of September is going to be very significant. I feel like you're going to be working hard getting towards this goal right here with the bee spirit. Sweet results await. I feel like if you work hard enough to get away from the situation, you put the effort in, the universe is going to give it to you. See, here it is. 58, you could be 58 years old. 58 can be very significant to you. 13, so equals 4, your house. I do see Stag Spirit, which is take the leap. You need to take a leap in your own direction. Yeah, you just need to get moving. I would suggest start working on it as soon as you possibly can. Then we have 49, which is Rabbit Spirit. Now is the lucky time. See, luck is in your favor. Universe wants you to do this. $13, 4 again. I really feel like this is a sign. This is like time for you to move forward with this. I do see here that with the rabbit, you're finally going to receive the abundance that you finally deserve. It's time for you to take that leap. It's time for you to go. And then we have the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. 41 is 5 changes is coming. So you're going to be hearing a Pacific song that reminds you of the time when you were at your happiest time. This song's going to come out of nowhere. You're going to hear this song and you're like, God, remember when that was such a great time in my life? And it's going to be a particular song that comes in. It's going to release your crown chakra. It's going to release happy endorphins. So, yeah, and then you have Cow Spirit, which is 15 is 6. So following your intuition, Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. There it is. More like daisies, more cosmos, more, growth. And you're going to find a feather. You're going to find a feather on the ground, whether it be a peacock feather, whether it be just a regular bird, crow, pigeon, whatever the hell. If you find a feather, you know dang well that your miracles are going to be endless. The universe is going to start making your miracles come right now. And then we're going to get the last one. It's Cat Spirit. You may have a cat. 13, which is 13th, is going to play a significant role. We also have 4. Claim your independence. That's a clarification you need to get out. That's if you're in a situation where you're in a mental prison or you're trapped or you feel like you're stuck, you need to get out. That's going to be the clarification. That's what I have for you for that. I'm going to do a couple more and we'll have the bag and then we're going to move forward. Let's see. What does the universe want you to know when it comes to what's going on? Let's find out. Let's get some oracle confirmation from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck. I think it's time for some more messages. This is the Mystic Moon Oracle. We're going to use that. I like to show you guys the boxes. I don't have the other boxes to the other one. I've had these cards for years, so let's get into it. What message do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know right now? We're in a first moon under Scorpio. Anytime, you're welcome. December is going to be playing a role for you. You could have a birthday in December, or you could just be the December 26th, the day after Christmas, 12 months from now. 12 is also December as well. 29th of December is going to play a role. I'm going to take it as that. December is going to be very significant to some of you. It could be Capricorns. 10, not in this lifetime. You're not going to be dealing with no more anguish in this lifetime. The universe wants you to remove that energy from you. Let's see. Have faith. The 9th. The 9th of September is going to play a role. This is the Hermit. Have faith. Divine timing is at play. So you're at play right now with what's going on. Next full moon, 48, is going to play a role. So the next full moon is going to be the time frame. I'm going to go and check out the next full moon when it's going to come. I'll come back with the video and see if we progress from there. Next full moon is going to be the... Let's see, what else do we have? Next year looks promising. 45. You could be 45 or it could be a 9. 9 is basically paying attention to your conscience decisions, like pay attention to what's going around you. The crescent moon is going to be the time frame when all this comes down. We just left the crescent moon. We're in the first quarter just as we speak. Next summer is not in the upright. It's worth the time. And February is a negative. So, yeah. So, February is a no. So, if you have any plans in February or plans whatever, February is going to be not a great time for those plans. Just keep it around something else if you can. Change it to another month or date. I'm going to see some other messages and we're going to move forward, and I'm going to pull from the back. I'm going to get the Sea Melody deck. I feel like we need some messages. Enchanting messages from the mermaids. We're going to get that. Personal messages we need to hear for ourselves, because I feel like our personal growth is the most important. Yeah, I'm a Capricorn too. Just to let you know. I'm a Capricorn sun. My moon is Scorpio. My rising is Sagittarius, and my love is Sagittarius. So if you know your birth chart, pay attention to that, because Scorpio, wherever it's placed at, is going to be affecting. If you have a water element in your moon as well, it's going to affect, as well as like your Mercury and stuff like that. All right. So we have, listen. The secrets of the sea become apparent when we listen to the sound within the shells. So you need to listen to your own intuition. Pay attention to it. Then we have ambition. Set your sights beyond the horizon. So don't just sit in this stagnant energy and allow yourself to do what you're doing. We got to get back to that chakra energy, because I skipped over that real quick. So we have freedom. I release my wounds, create doubt, resentment and guilt. So I work to free myself of darkness and cast off negative thoughts and find peace in my heart and discover the being of light within me. So if some of you may be in a dark spot right now, thinking, being depressed and whatnot, universe wants you out. Universe wants you out of that energy. Step out of it, please. We do have another one. It's going to be courage. I am stronger than fear and bigger than doubt. I am light. I remain light. I trust in God and stand tall before the test of life. I grow and become wiser through every challenge. I am being of new light. See, you're going to be, your new life is coming into play. You can't sit around and just wait for somebody to do something for you. You got to do it. And here's that throat chakra I was talking about. This individual is going to receive some wisdom. They're going to realize what they did. God has a plan for me. I live here and now, knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed. Thanks to all my efforts. So all these steps are going to be for you to transform to be the person that you need to be. So go out there and release this individual. Let them go. If they come back, they're going to come back a changed person. So that's all we can ask for. Let's get one more message, and then I'm going to the bag, and then I'm going to call this what it is. So what this message is about is basically releasing this individual. I'm going to go to the Kipper deck. I'm going to see what's going to come to you when you release, what's going to be, and then I'll probably use some life changes, what's going to be coming to you, what changes are going to be coming. And then we're going to go to the bag, because I really feel like this is definitely needed at this point. We all need this. You're welcome. You take care too. Love and light to you, Michelle. Release that darkness from you. You don't deserve it. The main female. You are the main woman too. You are the main one. Always, don't take this as a female energy. Like, take it as who you are. Whoever's the collective's watching, do understand that this is your energy. So if you're the main character in your situation, please, you are the main one. You need to take care of yourselves. Give yourself some self-love. Give yourself a rose. You don't need people giving you roses. Take care of yourself. That's the best revenge. Let's see. Distant horizons. So I do see you guys on the 9th moving forward and releasing this. I do see you guys doing this. This is great. Great. Let's see if anything else comes out. Death. Coffin. Basically, this is kind of like the death card. You're going to release this individual. This person doesn't exist until the new beginning comes in. The 19th, which is today. You need to release this individual. This is another sign. Release this individual. This is like a death card. Release and let go, and then the new beginnings can start coming in. Release this individual. This is confirmation. This is double confirmation from the 19th. Let this person go. And let's see. What else? I'm taking as many as the universe will say, because this is clarification what needs to be done during the first quarter moon. We're under Scorpio universe. What's going on? What does this moon need to give the collective some clarity? What is going on? Let's flip. Bad health. If you continue to keep being in this scenario, you're going to end up having, you're going to give yourself some health issues by the 31st. Let's take a look. A message of concern is going to, oh, okay. So you're going to receive a message that's going to be concerning. You could be receiving an eviction notice. You could be receiving some court papers. You could be receiving basically some bad news if you don't release this individual by the 14th, the universe is saying. And you could possibly be in the poorhouse if you don't. Like this is going to be a scenario for you. Anything else? What else needs to come out? If you release this individual and allow this individual to go, I feel like this individual, once you leave them, they're gonna hit rock bottom. This is a message to them. They're going to hit rock bottom. This is a full 10. This individual is going to be like at a loss. And the 28th, you're finally gonna have the expectations you always thought. Like you're gonna be in your mindset, like allowing this, like opening up. Let's see what else we have here. I'm gonna shuffle again. Like some more messages need to come out. I feel like this individual is going to lose everything once you walk out the door. But you have to release this individual. If you're still living with them, you can release them. You can still release them. Let the universe. The universe will work for you. You'll get this blessing to get out. Let's see. Some of you may have a child involved with the situation. A child could be involved. Which is kind of sucky because when kids are involved, it's kind of like... But if you don't have a child involved, then this is telling you to pay attention to your inner child. Your inner child's like kind of like scared. I feel like you're going to have some work and labor going on here too. Tools and labor. By the 11th of September, I feel like you're going to be really putting the effort in to get out of this situation. The work is going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to pull two more. Pathway is going to be lit for you. Then the 8th of September, you're going to start seeing things are going to look at the butterflies again. Transformation. Transformation's coming. This is the third card with butterflies. Transformation. This is confirmation that if you let go, you don't need this individual. You notice that the feminine energy was in the upright? Do you notice now the masculine energy is in the reverse now? It's because you're taking control of your life. Taking control of your life. This is the thing. I feel like this is happening. So you do have a daughter. Okay. So this is obviously towards you then. So I definitely would take into consideration that you need to get out of this situation. You'll find love. Love will come back to you. You might find it with a friend. You might find it with just somebody you just met. Let's see. Anything else? I'm going to pull one more and then we're calling it good. Anything else, universe, that you want to tell the individual? And then I'm going to life changes to see what changes are coming to you. Someone around you is a liar and a thief. You're going to find out by the 24th of August. You're going to find out someone's trying to swindle you, trying to get information out of you. Possibly even try to convince you to come stay with them. I have a feeling that someone is a con. This individual could be living with you. This individual could be robbing you blind or manipulating you. I feel like this individual is a very, very smooth talker. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to get the life changes deck, and then we're moving on from that. Life changes. Here comes the life changes. We're going to find out what's going on. My old name used to be Zodiac Treasures Tarot, but I changed it to Queen Cappy because it was just too long of a name. Oh, top of the deck right when I split it is... You're winning your case. Thank you. Okay, whatever. If you have a court case or if you feel like you're in a situation, then that's definitely going to be a thing for you. Whoever this resonates with, good luck. And this one says, stop talking to everyone. So watch who you talk to. Let's do another shuffle. Job change came out for the other clip. Okay. Look at this is going on. Let's see what else is coming out for y'all. Let's get one more. Karma is coming. Okay, now this is what I get. Okay? I feel like if you don't release this individual spiritually and let them stay in your energy, you're going to receive the karma from the tower. And I really don't want that to happen to you. You need to listen to the signs. They are telling you something. So if you're seeing angel numbers, if you're seeing like sunflowers, the signs, the butterflies, all this stuff, this is basically telling you what's going on. I'm going into the bag, and I hopefully this answered all your questions. Pay attention. Release this individual. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a cocky tarot reader, but I will say this. The majority of the stuff I have read has came to light. So let me just put it that way. I have a few people in here that have readings from me that do know I know what I'm talking about. I don't do this for show, if you could say. I don't do this for like reviews and whatnot. I do this because I actually want to help people. Free yourself is the first message. I told you, free yourself. You've got to free yourself from this situation. Let's see what else is this. A vacation is definitely needed, whether it be mental or physical. You need a vacay. So yeah, vacate. Let's see. Life goals. You got to reevaluate your situation. Is this where you want to be in life? If not, you got to make some changes in your life goals. Let's see what this is. Life is a gift. Act like it. I think this is pretty bluntly coming at you. Oh, here it is, right here. Let's read it. Getting a raise. So money is coming. Getting a raise. So money is coming to y'all. So, you know, so basically, I'm going to give you a recap so we can kind of get an idea. This is the first quarter moon under Scorpio. So what we need to release is we need to release the blockage of our lover. We need to put ourselves first. We need to focus on people that are lying and trying to come into our life. We need to pay attention to our abundance. You need to free yourself and actually put yourself first in all the situations. You need to take a vacation, clearly. You need to start focusing on what goals suit you. This individual that is with you right now, they'll be coming back to you with emotional clarity. They will not be full throttle coming back completely until they get their full chakra aligned. I feel like this individual's got a lot of dark energy inside of them, and which causes them to be this manipulative, lying, conniving person that they are. And universe is trying to get you to clarify it. I really do think if you need to release this individual today is the day. It's first quarter moon. So go out there and do what the sun card said. Release this person today. You have the coffin card that basically said that it's time for a death and a rebirth. You also had the Phoenix card from the moon card to basically release this individual. This person will come back a better person. I feel like you are going to be a better person in the process. Release all this negative toxicity so you can receive the abundance. I hope this resonated with you guys. Please, if you guys have not have subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit the notification bell so you never miss when I come on. And always understand this. Put yourself first in any situation. Love and light to you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.